How do you build motivation when you feel stuck? When nothing's going your way, when you've got one meeting and that meeting would lead to money that you need to survive. This person doesn't show up, something like that. How do you build motivation? How do you get up and keep working after something like that happens? The answer is you don't. You don't build motivation. You don't. Because motivation is fleeting. You can have a couple days of motivation and you can have a couple days where you're working hard, but if you're only relying on motivation, then you will never succeed. Unless your motivation is just so insanely great that you just keep going. But what you need to master is not motivation, but discipline. If you master discipline, you won't need motivation. If you master discipline, when that meeting goes poorly, and you needed that money to survive, and now you don't have it, you will get back up on your feet and you'll keep working because you're disciplined. Motivation can be overpowered by many different things. Motivation mainly gets overpowered by emotion. Fear of failure, fear of not doing enough, lots of fear, which is emotion, will cancel out motivation. So you need to be able to build discipline and not motivation. So how do you do that? What does that look like? If you're just getting started and you are all over the place and you're doing one thing and then you're doing another thing and then you say, oh, let's go do this thing, it looks better, and then you're working on that thing and then you say, oh, let's go do this thing, and you're all over the place, that's because you have motivation, not discipline. You have small bursts of motivation. So let's say you want to do A, I'm gonna go do A. You do it for a week, doesn't work out. Okay, I'm gonna go do B. You do it for a week, doesn't work out. I'm gonna go do C. You do C for a week, doesn't work out. And this is because you're jumping all over the place. Because you have motivation but not discipline. Motivation tells you, okay, I want the money now. I want the success now. I want to accomplish X goal now. So you run all over the place trying to accomplish X goal as quickly as possible, but you have no discipline, so you never get anywhere. Because anything that is good is going to take significantly longer than you think. Significantly longer. And so you have to be able to go to A, and you have to be able to work on A for a significant period of time before you decide if you want to go to B or C. You need to know how to do A, and you need to know how to make money doing A before you jump to B or C. So discipline looks like you get up every single day, do the same things every single day. You don't snooze your alarm. It's the same thing every single day. And you get to a point with discipline where you've worked so long with not that much results, not that much reward for your work, and you get to the point where you're kind of just moving. It's almost just numbers. It's almost like code. There's no emotion built into it. Your brain is saying, why are you still working? Just stop working. Just stop working. But for some reason, your body is still doing the actions of work. And that is how you realize that you've come close to mastering discipline. And it's not easy. Don't get me wrong. It's not easy. Because I was telling somebody else about this the other day. You have this person A, let's say. This person throughout the day, you do a decent amount of work, kind of distracted. Maybe you're scrolling on Instagram and you're doing all this stuff. And person A is like, okay, you did enough today. Then you go to sleep. And right before you fall asleep, person B comes out and says, you didn't do enough today. You didn't go to the gym today. You're useless. You need to figure your stuff out. And this person always nags at you. Then you wake up and you're person A again, instead of person B. So the question is, how do you have person B win instead of person A? You need person B to take over and override person A to the point where you kill off person A. It's way easier said than done. And I'm still working on it to this day because it's not an overnight switch. Because if it was an overnight switch, that would be motivation. Now, there are people who are person A. They realize they're person A. Then they switch to person B overnight and they stay person B, which is incredible. And I've seen a great difference when I realized this in my work and my efforts and everything, is that if I try to just kill off person A, don't listen to person A, and I just focused on person B, it's surprising how much you can get done because you're just moving. It's a weird feeling. It's like person A is creeping into person B and they're like, just stop working, just stop working. You don't need to work. You did enough. But person B just keeps moving. So like, for example, I'll be here and I'm working and I'm moving my mouse, typing in my computer, doing work, but my brain is telling me stop doing work. That makes sense. But I just keep doing it. It's like it's numbers. It's like I don't have control of my body, which is a good thing. So that is discipline. And it's a lot easier said than done. And you can easily lose discipline. So let's say you've been person B for a couple weeks or even a week. And a week of person B will change your life. And then you have one tiny slip. Maybe you go out one night, stay up late one night. You don't wake up when your alarm says so. This person A will start crawling back in very quickly. And you need to know how to discern between the two, right? Because if you let person A crawl back in, I mean, you're screwed. Absolutely screwed. So you have to just try to be person B. This goes back to how do you build motivation when you feel stuck? And you don't. Obviously, you have your why, and your why helps drive you. But if you're focusing on motivation only, you will burn out 100%. You need to focus on discipline, not motivation. So when you're stuck, what do? You get up and you work because you're disciplined. When everything has gone not according to plan and you don't have any money and you're failing, what do? Get up and you work. Because what else is there to life? If you don't get up and work on your business, what are you gonna do? You're gonna end up going to a job where you work, even though you don't feel like it. Might as well work on your business, right? Do you really need somebody to sit there and tell you, hey, you gotta, come on, you gotta work? You shouldn't. But if you're self-employed or you're an entrepreneur, it's very easy to get lost in that because you don't have a person telling you get back to work, get back to work. So that's where you need to have this person B, the ultimate version of yourself that takes over person A. This is the person that says get back to work. Come on. I know everybody that's watching this has this person in them. You just let person A win too much. So try to let person B win. See what happens. Don't focus on motivation, focus on discipline. If you guys found value in this, then like and subscribe. I believe day 15 today, which means we're halfway to 30 days posting every day. So follow along. Still got double the videos. God bless you.